shoot subscribe or I shoot you. This video is sponsored by you. From bits of trash to making a whole wall of food, the motivation of everything that I do comes from you. So if you want to help me, then support me, and it's completely free. So shoot the subscribe button or I shoot you. Hello everyone. So today we will be talking about the scientific reasoning as believed by the scientists and the researchers behind the online march of #ban TikTok. Actually, I was ready to make video on this before, but I was waiting for the topic to cool down. So scientists claim that TikTok is affecting individual life in terms of personal and social both, and some other aspects also. So talking about the ban, obviously Google can ban this, but Google is a reputative and as well as responsible brand, and Meta also showed that Google always cares their consumers, at least they try for. But why they care? We will talk about it later into the video, but before hopping into it, let's discuss why scientists believe that TikTok is injurious to health. Yes, injurious. Point number 1, it's extremely addictive.
What? Seriously? I know that addiction is harmful, but why there is no march for Facebook, Instagram, etc.? Why for TikTok only?
Alright, let me explain. It's because of its passiveness.
What the heck is this?
Whenever we use something, anything, it can be Facebook, WhatsApp, anything. So whenever we use something, more stimuli it shows with respect to amount of response it demands. Listen it carefully. More stimuli it shows with respect to the amount of response it demands, that more addictive that something becomes. For example, let me explain it with example. Let's talk about study. When we study, we read a 2-line question, and after reading that 2-line question, then we solve a whole page of solution. Here reading question is a stimuli, and solving that question, the whole page solution, is referred to as a response. We can clearly see that stimuli is just of 2 lines and response is of whole page. So that's why studying is actually counted under the most least addictive ones. So now considering of TikTok, every 15 seconds you get to watch a new clip, which is a stimuli, and with respect to that stimuli you do actually zero response. Hence it's extremely addictive. This single particular point explains away how YouTube cares their consumers, but we will talk about it into deep further into the video after discussing few more points. So point number 2, conscious well-off. This is actually a second part of the first point. This actually simply explains that whenever the amount of response we do is very less than the stimuli, then our conscious mind actually gets a kind of off and gets lazy, and hence in long term effect it may show you some bad symptoms. So now jumping on to point number 3, that is attention span. This is actually an interesting one. So talking about attention span, let's imagine a world of 2 centuries ago where the only mode of entertainment was like reading books. So people who are fond of reading books actually read a complete book in one day, but for average people they took to read a book in 2 to 3 days. So the attention span, which was last 200 years ago, was around 2 to 3 days. But few decades ago, drama came into picture. 6 to 7 hours was the attention span of people who enjoyed drama, and a decade ago movies come into trend, and when people started to watch movie a lot, the attention span of people becomes 3 to 4 hours. Actually in previous times the movies were of very long period of time, that is 3 to 4 hours. But when people started to deny the enjoyment of movies, producers were ought to reduce the time period of the movie, that it becomes 2 to 3 hours, and in current period we will actually see some movies which is not even of 1 hour, and obviously a trend is coming of so-called short films which is of 3 to 2 minutes, but we were talking about movies. So after talking about that movies, We will also see that after the trend of movie ends, there something becomes like series. Although it is a total span of 10 hours, but the total enjoyment time that we get is of 1 hour. We actually see a complete series of 1 hour, then again 1 hour, then again 1 hour. So the attention span then drops up to 1 hour. Now, coming up to YouTube. As YouTube grows up in 2008, actually it comes into trend in 2014-15. So when YouTube come into trend, you will actually see that every YouTube video is of almost 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and after seeing this, you will also realize that the attention span of normal people has dropped down to 20 to 25 minutes. Just see the whole process. 200 years ago, it was of 2 to 3 days, and now 20 to 25 minutes. You can see how the attention span of a normal human being is dropping right now. So considering of now TikTok, every video is of 15 seconds. You can see the major drop. From YouTube it was 20 to 25 seconds, and as TikTok comes, the attention span drops from 20 to 25 minutes to 15 seconds. Now we can also consider that a special pattern of dopamine secretion. Actually, whenever we saw a TikTok video, it is of 15 seconds. So if we do not like that video, we have a courage to skip that video and watch another one. But talking of YouTube, so in YouTube every video is of 10 to 15 minutes, and our subconscious mind know that if we skip this video and watch another one, our 10 to 15 minutes will again get wasted. But in TikTok, actually we know that this is a 15-second video, another video is also 15 seconds, so 15 seconds of wastage doesn't matter to me. But बूंद बूंद से ही सागर बनता है, everyone knows that. This means that if you watch a 15-second video for 50 videos, then you know that how much time has been wasted right now. But this process actually involves a third point also. So the third aspect of this point is that you will become unhappy when you waste your 15 to 20 minutes in a YouTube video by skipping the first one, but you will not be unhappy when you skip the TikTok video. This is the most important aspect of this point, because if you are unhappy of something, you will actually sometime try to end that activity. But if you are not unhappy, obviously no power of this universe can let you remove that addiction. So currently many scientists believe, and we can also say that if YouTube is some type of drug, then TikTok is some type of slot machine in which you are just pushing the slot and trying to win the gambling. But you know what happens at the end. So these were some reasons that why Google should ban TikTok, and why this so-called #ban TikTok march has been going online. Now coming to the final point, how YouTube cares their customer. So there were some meta that YouTube actually tries to support the longer time of video, which actually indirectly supports that increasing the attention span of normal human beings. So if YouTube promotes longer period of video, then you actually know that YouTube is promoting the increment of attention span of a normal human being. So this is a reason why YouTube is actually caring their customers. But there are some other points also, that is YouTube algorithm supports the content which actually add value to the viewers. But talking of TikTok, you know what type of content is promoted by the TikTok algorithm. And these were some reasons that why government say that YouTube actually helps in improving and adding value to a normal human being, or the viewer of the normal human being. So after discussing these 2 to 3 algorithms about both the softwares, we can actually not change the algo. So obviously TikTok is affecting society and individual creators, but YouTube is actually supporting human health, human attention span, and actually not trying to make it addictive. Obviously talking about the passiveness of TikTok and the non-passiveness of YouTube, you will actually notice that YouTube always adds some type of new features which will actually help the creators to interact with their viewers in between the video. So this actually reduces the passiveness of YouTube videos. Hence, summing up everything, I think we have talked many scientific points why TikTok should be banned, but I'm not saying that Google should ban TikTok. I was actually discussing the scientific reasons why this so-called hashtag ban TikTok is been marching all over the internet. So ending up this video, until then, take care. And yes, we will be talking about why computers do not forget and why computers do not make mistakes in the next video. So until then, stay tuned, and if you want to see that video, then subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. There are very serious but epic storylines present in the current world. These are so intense and inspiring that it can even change particular mindset in terms of thinking and deciding tautology. This channel will help you in perceiving those storylines with family-friendly streams. Currently, I am studying game development, so you will also be entertained by these vlogs which I will upload after a couple of months. And as always,
Thanks for watching.